So the recent Diablo 4 Lord of Hatred patch kinda broke the Warlock. As you can see, the Warlock leaderboard is all over the place with a lot of 150 clearance. I also jumped to the pit 145, cleared it, and I'm now currently working on my power 150 clear. And I want to show you this build now, and it is kind of the full lunatic. I already posted a build, you can check this out. But this is kind of heavy bugged, and it is because of the aspect of mutilation in combination with the rampage. So what does mutilation do? It will apply the bleeding if you're going to fail to eviscerate the enemy for 48%. And what does eviscerating do? An enemy instantly damages them for 20% of the total bleeding life, and that applies that bleeding damage over 12 seconds. So I can show this on Belial. As I said, it is pretty OP against bosses. And yeah, this should delete bosses. It should also delete T12 Mephisto and basically any boss or any lead there is in the game. And you just need to, yeah, as you can see, it's just hits him instantly. So yeah, I didn't even need to do something pretty OP. Kinda the patch broke many things that you can kinda, yeah, do negative damage and then instantly delete enemies. And the funny thing is, because it's tied to the rampage, it is only like an elite or boss killer, because the rampage with the elite hit chance, rampage has a 100% chance to trigger its eviscerate or knockdown hit effect when striking unaffected elite enemies. And as far as I know, you kinda need to get this on the first hit, because I did power 150 boss, I fired him like 3 minutes and I couldn't kill him. So I think you kind of need to get this on your first hit, so you can instantly delete him. I think this build will get hotfix, so you can then fall back to the other lunatic fall build. So first of all, in which occasion you should use that build, because it is an elite killer. I wouldn't recommend you to use it on things like Undercity or things like Helltides where you need to kill normal mobs, because it is not good against normal mobs. Yeah, it's just elite killer, so you can come with your normal lunatic build that I also made a video about it in Chablana, and just play this whenever you kill bosses or doing pit or doing tower and your strategies to just jump from pack to pack. I can show you this in like a tower 150. Come to a pack, kill it, and then go to another pack. So as you can see, we are on the first pack, and we're gonna do all of our effects, and the leads should get deleted pretty fast. So yeah, as you can see, all of the elites are killed, and then you're gonna do then repeat that for every single pack. You don't kill any whites because you simply cannot kill them. You need to trigger the effect of that rampage. Because we cannot kill the white enemies, we're gonna fight against a lot of targets, and we also need a lot of death. So now let's go to this build setup. So the most important things are the aspect of mutilation, and honestly they're kind of different setups, because I can show you this. At the top is the one with the mythic seal, where you need the -1 to get a full set, so you will play with 3 Seed of Horazon and with 2 set pieces of Nameless, so you will get a 200% from the sigils. But if you don't have it, it is not that important, because there are also clears with things like Dirge of Odium or something, Seed of Horazon. As you can see, you don't really need it, and I'm also playing this with the Dirge of Odium, like it is here. Play with the Dirge of Odium. Why is Dirge of Odium so important? Because every 50 wrath gained beyond your maximum generates 1 dominance, and that means that we can kind of spam our rampage, because rampage needs dominance. And honestly, it kind of feels the best for me without Dirge of Odium. You can still do that crazy amount of damage on the one hits against the tower bosses, but it kind of feels weird because you're not generating that fast your dominance. You will regenerate it though through your command fallen, so you need to spam your command fallen, because you will get your dominance back with every 15 times you hit with your command fallen. That is the main part. Go for Aspect of Mutilation on your weapon, and then for Amulet you have many choices. Either go for the Hellbent, aspect or go for the Seed of Horazon as your unique amulet. And if you have the mythic seal, then go for the Horazon chain set and also the nameless set on your second one. And then also go for Turtle Smite because you kind of need it with a chain damage reduction would be really nice and a masterwork on damage reduction. So you will get a lot more death because you need a lot death. Otherwise you are dying pretty often. And also the temerity is a really important piece because you will get a pretty huge barrier up to 100% and you're way more tankier. You can also craft the materials might by yourself. I also want to do this, but I can't drop one. So you just need to get the Yom runes and you can do this with your cube. You can just go to your cube and then invocation of Yom. So as you can see, you need 5 for any rare runes and 5 for any legendary runes. You can just put them in here and then also put 5 legendary runes in, then a Kree rune and then craft your Yom rune and then Turtle Smite and then you are good to go. So let's gonna start with the gear. For the gear, we still have Cage of Madness. It is the best one. Get max life. And also thanks to the Technology skills would be good. As our chest, as I said, Turtle Smite with the Ignis rune. So we're gonna spawn the Spirit Wolves and we're gonna get the enemies vulnerable. It is really important to get player damage reduction as also masterwork on it. Get max life as your temper. Fire gloves, paint gauge gauntlets still the best. Get your physical damage or damage over time on it. I transfigured it. So can you get this? So yeah, the more damage over time you have, the more damage you will do in general. Then for your pens, as I said, temerity. Ranks to common fallen would be pretty nice, but aim to a pretty high amount of your barrier. The best one would be 100%. Then for boots, and I'm currently testing out the aspect of statistics. So when we're killing our demons with the common fallen, we have a chance to count it as 2 skills. So that means that our Digital of Summons is completed faster. And yeah, and we can also take the one with overpower where you're going to get more damage with overpower stacks, but you can also get this on your amulet. So then for your sword, and that is really important, get attack speed on it because you want to attack as fast as you can. Get willpower on it, max life is also nice, either life on hit or life on kill, and also damage or time multiplier. And for your aspect, the aspect of mutilation. Then for amulet, I got the Hellbent Commander aspect and also get damage over time multiplier and also damage over time temper, and then get either the damage over time multi or the damage over time in general. Also get willpower, max life, and the best 4th stat would be vulnerable. You can also kind of craft this on your own. You only need one of the stats. You only kind of like damage over time multiplier or max life. You can then go back and forth with your cube because you can always like remove your offensive effects, add your affixes. You can then remove your defensive with your max life and also with your core stat. I will also show this in an extra video where I will go into the details of the crafting process. For transfiguration aspect, the undying aspect is pretty important to have a better survivability, and then also transmog it again for your 2 rings. Get the aspect of moonrise and the aspect of adaptability only if you have the Dirge of Odium, because you need an additional source to regenerate your primary resource. If you don't play with the Dirge of Odium and play with things like Seed of Horazon or the 3 and the 2 set pieces, or things like your Faith or anything other, you can also post your unique charm or your charm setup in the comments down below. Also really important is the attack speed on both of your rings, and then also get damage over time multi, vulnerable damage multi, and as your temper. I got currently physical damage, but the damage over time multi is more important and also the better one. And for the second aspect, get the aspect of the moonrise. So for the soul shards, it's also pretty important. Get Legion shard, that is pretty common, but also the Evisceration fragment. So while our enemy is eviscerated our summon demons, prioritize them, and that's also part why we just gonna hunt the elites, because if we gonna eviscerate them with rampage, they're just gonna all jump on them and gonna do that raise the damage, and we have a chance to eviscerate the enemies again. So now for your skill tree, and there's some also difference between the old and the new setup. Play with Lunatic Fallen, the Command Fallen, play with the Command Fallen Mega Lunatic version, but now we're gonna take Wrath so we can regenerate it for our Dirge of Odium, and also Dominance is important, so we're gonna get more Dominance for our Rampage spamming. Then get Max into Torture Dredge with the Punching Back with some damage reduction, duration, and also cost reduction, and also get your Dark Prison with Weaken and Chain Aura. Your Dark Prison will get casted through your Nargo Brit. So then next up, max out your Rampage as also Shockwave, Lesser Demon Wrath, and also Elite Hit Chance. This is like all of your combo gets going with the crazy damage, then get Sigil of Summons with the Summon Hellworm, so Hellworm will get summoned. Also the stronger summons is also the damage, and then for your ultimate skills 1 or I think 5 points into Metamorphosis, Destruction Demon, Damage Scaling, and Dominance. So now for your Paragon board, because we're gonna play with Eviscerate now, you can take a Blood Frenzy, so you're gonna get a high damage against enemies. We have Viscerated, and this is gonna get us more damage than like the Eliminator, for example, so we can take that. But for the rest of the Paragon board, get Eco Carapace in your first, also you will get a lot of increased armor. Then for your second board, go for Dominion and also Eliminator, or like the Blood Frenzy, but I would put the Blood Frenzy in the first slot, and then go with your Demonic Speculus as also the Death Arrow. I got the Death Arrow, so I have more maximum Wrath, but maybe I will change just because more Wrath means we also gonna need to get more Wrath from our Dirge of Odium. So then for your third board, go for Fathomless as also your Demonologist for more damage. My last board, go for Eldritch Sight as also Great Hex. After that, prioritize to max out your maximum life nodes for more damage with your Metamorphosis, but also that you're gonna keep alive in like the higher pit and power levels, because it is pretty hard to keep up your life. So for mercenaries, take right here and your Altkin. So the rotation is also pretty simple. Just pull out your Metamorphosis, then jump into a pack, go to a pack with your Lunatic Fallen, and then just pull down your Rampage and just kill them. So as you can see, I got a negative damage, and then run to your next pack with your Lunatic Fallen. You can seek for the elites with the red dots on your map, and then when you run to them, well, sometimes it needs a bit, so we're gonna find a new one. So we have a new one. So here, summon your Rage, all of your cooldown spells, and then just spam your Rampage and your Command Fallen, so you will get more damage and you will get, yeah, a pretty good clearance. So I hope I could show you a kind of gigabuggy build. As I said, I don't know when it got fixed, but as long as it is not fixed blade, you will have, yeah, way easier time. You can get your cliffs all to max, and even if they fix it, you have like kind of max cliffs. So write down your build setup in the comments down below with which setup you are playing, and also maybe you can our leaderboard rank. I think I'm like 8 or something with like tower 140. Yeah, if you liked the video, please leave a like and a sub. I appreciate it a lot, and until next video, bye.